Hi everybody. If you happen to come to 310 Morton Street, there's a little room at the back called Fort Bend Historic Art by yours truly, Nina Struthers. And I'm just going to show you around, and all the art in here I have done over the years. When I first moved to Richmond, I started drawing pen and ink drawings, illustrations of local historic buildings. So I'm going to show you around. I love the history of Richmond and Rosenberg and Fort Bend. So I'll start over here, and we'll have like a quick, we'll just move through the drawings and go from here. This is the barn over where they've done a lot of construction. There used to be two of these, but there's only one left, so it's kind of a relic. And they've modeled George Ranch High School with this orange roof style. So I thought that was pretty cool that they did that. So we're going into Rosenberg now, and here's the Railroad Museum, and here we have number 17, depot number 17 with the old tracks. And here's Sugarland. Moving into Sugarland, I've got the old sugar mill. I went on a tour of it in 1999, right before it closed down. And here is one of the local churches, Sacred Heart, in downtown Richmond. Downtown Richmond, I've got the Jane Long Cottage. And staying in Richmond, we've got the old police station. This is a close-up I did. And moving up, not so old, I think it was built about 10 years ago, the Richmond Fire Station. It's a huge fire station, and I've got the original hanging up in the fire station. Up here again, we've got the Railroad Depot in Richmond. And again in Richmond, we've got Richmond House. They do a lot of parties here and like wedding reception type things. And the Country Club in Pecan Grove. And back in downtown Richmond, we've got the McNabb House, which is in Decker Park. And back on Morton Street, Richmond, I've got one version of the manor, and this is also used for weddings and receptions and that type of thing. Moving back to Rosenberg, got the First Baptist Church, and up in Rosenberg, the Vogelsang building on Avenue G. And pan back a little bit. This is my map of Rosenberg. This was quite a bit of work, and I've got a lot of the historic buildings. This is basically downtown. The post office, the art center, the Fort Bend Art Center with the water tower, and of course I've got a train coming in because Rosenberg has a lot of railroad history, and then some of the older buildings and churches up and around Rosenberg, including the Holy Rosary Church, which I think is a beautiful church in Rosenberg. An article they did in the paper. And same thing with Richmond. I did pan back. I'm gonna be in the picture this time. This is downtown Richmond, and I've got a whole key of the older buildings, the historic buildings, and of course the bridge and the Brazos River. And I put a squirrel here because of all the pecan trees. And again, that's Sacred Heart, Richmond. The courthouse, St. John's Methodist, McFarland Building, Morton Street, a view of Morton Street. The oldest building in Richmond, the Sunset Saloon, which has been recently bought. The railroad station. The McNabb building, the police station. So it goes on. I have quite a few in this. And then I have a small version here, and these sell for $25. And if you're interested in the large version, a print, they sell for $50. So, on to the next wall, we have the John Moore home, historic downtown Richmond.
Over 5 minutes.
Okay. And here is the Calvary Episcopal Church, right there on 762. And this is fairly new. And we're moving back to Rosenberg. We've got the Another Time soda fountain. Moving down back into Richmond, we've got the Morton Ferry home on 2nd Street, and down to First Baptist Church in downtown Richmond. Moving on, I have one of my versions of Morton Street, downtown Richmond, and here's downtown Rosenberg with the water tower and the railroad museum. And downtown Richmond, I have the Heritage House. And St. John's Methodist in Richmond, beautiful church right there on 90. And then down to Holy Rosary. And of course, everybody knows the courthouse on 90 in Richmond. And my last wall here is the George House, which is on the, the junction of 762 and 90. And here's a train coming out of the trestle in Richmond. And we're going to George Ranch Historical Park now, and I've got a version of the Davis House over here. And down to the McFarland House in downtown Richmond. And again in downtown Richmond, I've got the Cochran Reed House, which is in Decker Park. And the bridge on the Brazos, or Brazos. The Lamar Caldwell House, right there on Ransom Road by the jail. And over here is another version of the Another Time it doesn't say here, but it's Avenue G, but that's Another Time soda fountain restaurant. Another version of my bridge. So I've got the two bridges in Richmond. And lastly, my police department in downtown historical Richmond. And that's it. That's the bunch. I don't know how many I've got here, but they're all $25. And I've also got a whole bunch of cards here. And these are all $5. And come on in. Come on into the 310 Gallery on Morton Street, and right at the back I have my little store here. Thank you guys. Have a good day.